Hey everybody, Rob here with our BSPU call this week. Excited to be with you. Just had our client-only event last Friday and Saturday. That was, I thought, fantastic. Incredible feedback from people. A lot of just excellent kind of rolling up our sleeves work to be done with our clients, all on book funnels. And so I had not a follow-up question, but a question in the Facebook Mastermind area about building out several book funnels. Dennis Stoika actually asked the question. Great client. He's a current FBI agent and martial artist, ninja, just all around awesome guy. And so Dennis was asking about his program, what he's going to be offering in conjunction with his book. And I thought, rather than me just answering this is kind of a whole BSPU call, because I think this is applicable for all of us when it comes to understanding and building out funnels. So what I want to spend some time on today is talking through his funnel in particular, but I want to give you the basics and the overview so that you can apply all of this with your own book and for yourself. Okay? So first and foremost, let's define what I mean by funnel or book funnel. When I first started and wrote my very first book, prior to bestseller publishing even being an idea, I wrote this book for my financial services company, Life After Debt. And you know the story, so I'm not going to go into detail with it, but in essence, my funnel, what grew my financial services company from zero when I started it to multiple seven figures within about 18 months, was this book in conjunction with radio, offering it for free. All I did was I did free PR initially, where I went on radio shows as a guest. At the end of it, I offered my book for free on local radio. That became successful, but was too small. So I then paid for advertisements on radio, offering my book for free. In fact, I said, if you want a free copy of the book shipped to your home for free, then we would do that. All you have to do is call my office or call the radio station. So people would call the radio station, people would call the office, and when they called, we would have a very simple consultative session with them to see if there's something that we could help them with besides simply sending them the book. We fulfilled all of it ourselves, meaning I shipped these books out of my office and grew this business with that very simple funnel. Here's the book, and by the way, radio, TV, all of that still works, but only if you have some type of mass media offer. I was offering financial services and help with people's finances. That kind of mass media offer will work even today on radio, TV, etc. However, if you're in a more narrow defined niche, which I am now, right? I sold my financial services company about 5 years ago. I now have bestseller publishing. I have tried to use my book, my events, etc. on radio. It has not worked well. So I've had to be more narrow in the kind of media that I'm using to attract my clients. So when you think of a funnel for your book, all you're really thinking of is, how can I use my book and get it in front of people that do not know who I am or do not know well what I do, and let that be the beginning of a relationship that for a percentage of those people will lead to them writing you a big check and getting you to help them with whatever it is that you can do for them. In my case, as you know, the book, the ghostwriting, the publishing, the book marketing, the PR and media, etc. Okay? So when I think of funnels, that is what I am talking about, whether it's something very, very simple like radio ad to here, get my free book by calling this number, or something much more complicated, which I'm going to talk about today, which is something using online lead generation on social media like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc., and taking people through a series of web pages that leads them to eventually becoming a client of yours. So Dennis' question, to be more specific with you, he had three parts of his question, actually more than three, but he had three specific parts of his program that he wanted to ask about. But one of the things that he asked first, or mentioned first, was that he is thinking of advertising as investing, and is that a good way to think of it? And my emphatic answer to that is absolutely, positively yes. Advertising is all about investing. If you can take $1 in advertising costs and turn it into $1.25, $1.50, right? $5, $10, 10 to 1 return on investment, then you have found and you have struck oil and found gold, a gold mine. All you have to do now is replicate that over and over and over again. And yes, it does get more difficult as you scale it, but advertising is all about investing. It's about taking that dollar, putting it into a machine, and then returning an investment on that dollar. So how do you do that? Well, Dennis's questions revolved around 3 types of programs that he wants to offer. He wants to use his book and offer some type of online training. And what Dennis does, of course, is different than what you do. But as I said, he's current FBI, he's self-defense. These are the things that he focuses on. So he wants to do online training in his space, which is a very, very good market, and offer that for something like $200 to $300. He also wants to do some kind of 4-day immersion, like a getaway, where he brings people in, does an immersive training with them, and he's going to charge about $2,000 for that. And then lastly, he wants to have some type of high-ticket coaching, which is going to cost in the range of $10,000, which I think is still low. And it seemed as though that was going to be a 6-month program, which I think, Dennis, you and I talked about that, and I had suggested do 6 months rather than a year for $10,000 because it's too cheap to do a year for $10,000. So all of that sounds fantastic, but here's the thing. Number one, you do not need 3 different funnels to sell all 3 of these things. Completely unnecessary. All 3 of these things can be sold in one funnel with one series of websites that come back to you for people to buy these things. So let's talk first about these different price points and what is required for you, Dennis, and for all of you listening. What is going to be required for you to bring a client on at these various price points? Well, at the $200 to $300 price point, you do have to offer a tremendous amount of value to bring somebody into that price point. Many of you are on this call because you went through my book funnel and it took you to a number of upsells or downsells, the last one being $297 one-time offer to join BSPU, get access to these coaching calls as well as all of the archives of training, with the hope that if you wanted our help with it, you would learn that we were reputable, that we could help you, and that perhaps it would go to the next level. But we had to offer $3,000, $4,000 worth of real value and show that to you to get you in an automated fashion to buy that for $297. Do we need to have a telephone call with someone to sell something for $2,000 or $200 or $300? Absolutely not. We don't. We can sell something in an automated way. In fact, just this morning, someone bought for $297 after entering the book funnel. Every single day somebody does. And we never speak to those people. It's all done through our automated process. So number one, Dennis, you do not need to think in terms of all 3 of these things being different funnels. They're just different places within your funnel where people are acting on the offer that you're giving them. That's number one, the $200 to $300 price point. Number 2, the $2,000 price point for the 4-day immersion. Now, $2,000 as a price point, in my opinion, is still something you can successfully sell without ever having to have a one-on-one conversation with somebody. If you have a one-on-one conversation with someone, you absolutely can sell it, but how much better if you don't need to have a one-on-one conversation? So I have several examples of this. First and foremost is Russell Brunson as an example, and I'm going to, in just a moment, share my screen with you, and I'm going to take you through his .com secrets funnel, which I did a full overview. I'm going to play a video. I also posted that video for you. It's only like 3 to 5 minutes long. I posted it in our Facebook group underneath the comments of this particular BSPU call. But what Russell does is he brings people in initially with his book. Then it goes to the bumps, the one-time offers, this one is $47, this one is $297. And then his final thing that he offers is not a live, but a recorded training, a webinar in essence, an on-demand training, where as you go through that, he takes you through the entire sales presentation to sell ClickFunnels for a 1-year offer at either $2,000 or now $3,000. This is how he sells ClickFunnels every single day. He doesn't sell it based on $97 a month or $297 a month. He sells it based on selling an entire package for $2,000 or $3,000, and this is never done with an actual telephone call. It is always done with an automated sales presentation. So at the $2,000 price point, if you give a fantastic automated presentation, then yes, you can take people through the process without ever having a telephone call and sell them something for $1,000, $2,000, probably up to about $3,000. And this can be an automated process that you're never speaking to a client. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen with you, and I am going to show you this breakdown of Russell's funnel so that you guys can see it yourself. This is, and I put this link, this is in Loom, and this is my process of going through Russell's funnel so you see it exactly.
Okay. Next up, .com Secrets. This is the first book that Russell did that just did fantastic. Great page, great video right there. My free plus shipping funnel is going to be modeled off of this.
And it is.
So fantastic. Lots of great copy and reasons to buy. Tons of videos here. So great stuff. So I'm going to put my info in, pause this, and then go through the funnel with you. All right, here we go. So once you put your shipping information in, you get the first offer, which is the best deal. So it's automatically clicked for the free plus shipping. So you see shipping $7.95. But best deal right there is you get both Expert Secrets book plus .com Secrets and 4 other unadvertised booklets. Okay, which is cool. Then Russell isn't even telling you what the booklets are, which is great. Then there's the offer to upgrade my order for a one-time $37. On top of that, one of our top 3 income generating sales funnels: free plus shipping tripwire, ultimate VSL funnel, the perfect webinar funnel. We've already pre-built and tested these funnels. Just click yes. Great. Love that. I'm going to pause it and then put my credit card info in, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, here we go. First upsell, get the .com Secrets audiobook and get 6 additional training courses for free. Russell uses the word free a lot because it's very attractive. So got a video here. I'm going to start playing it. But what I'm actually going to do is I am going to save that link and go back and check it out later. So here we go. Don't need to see that. Instant access, this is $1,279 value. You get all of it for $47. Upgrade my order. Yes, upgrade my order now. Just $47. You got a 15-minute timer there. Need more information about this offer? When you invest in the audiobook, you get 6 additional trainings, and he goes through what these trainings are, which is fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, awesome. So that's his first upsell. So I am going to take this upsell because I want to see how he delivers all of this stuff. $47. I already own it all, but doing this for you and for me. So let's see. I'm upgrading the offer. Then let's see what the next offer is going to be. So stop everything. Don't miss this. Let me show you all the training you get access to in Traffic Secrets. So Traffic Secrets, 24.
So I'll pause that for 1 second. This is $297. So again, this is just part of the funnel. So similar to the question Dennis was asking, do I how do I sell something $200 to $300? Well, this is how Russell is doing it, and it's exactly how I'm doing it as well.
Content
in my
packed
funnel.
modules, 289 lessons on traffic training.
Look how much value he is claiming here based on all of these different trainings he's giving you.
Total value, $3,000. You get 90% discount, so it's $297 today. Fantastic. So there's a bunch of stuff here about traffic, then the foundation, market discovery. So basically all the modules that you potentially get. 4, keyword, email, marketing tactics, borrowing traffic. It's great stuff. Great stuff.
It's a lot.
So you can see he's already emailed me my access link. Tons and tons of content here. Facebook ads, traffic retargeting. I mean, this is a super high value course. I'm not going to go through it all. All right, good. So I do not want it. So I'm going to say no thanks. Okay, so he then, instead of offering it for one payment of $197, he gives 3 payments of $97. I'm going to ask him, I mean, he's doing this on both this and Expert Secrets, and I can only assume that that's because he gets a bump, and that means he's making not just the $97, but he's making 3 times 97. So he's making more on this than he would be on the one payment of 97. That's very cool.
Actually, he's making about the same.
I'll double check on the details of that. All right, and so unadvertised bonus. Watch this presentation now, how to instantly outspend your competitors and ethically steal all your potential customers in your market. All
right, so let me stop right there. So this presentation right here, which is Start Your Training Now, is Russell's presentation to sell ClickFunnels and the entire package, which used to give 6 months, now it gives a year. It used to be $1,000. Now it's either $2,000 or $3,000. Point being is basically the last step in the funnel here is Russell's dialed in presentation to sell his $2,000 or $3,000 thing.
Becoming number one in any market for under $2,000. So I am pretty sure that this is the same video that Russell offered at the end of Expert Secrets as well.
And it is.
Sells
same video.
You're doing it for under $2,000, which is $1997. That's the cost of ClickFunnels' new offer. So let me just start this. I'm going to get the link itself, and I think we're good. So that's everything there. That's the whole funnel. I'm going to try to get some details and numbers on his funnels, but great stuff.
Okay, you get the idea. Now, you can watch that again. I posted the link to that in our membership area underneath this particular BSPU coaching call. So here's the deal. Using Dennis's question as an example, but yours should be the same way, and mine is as well. If you're selling something at $200 or $300, then you have to show a massive amount of value. In Russell's case, he's showing $3,000 to $4,000 worth of value to sell it for $297. And then if you want to sell something at the $2,000 or $3,000 price point, you have to have a presentation that is absolutely positively dialed in, but it can all be done in an automated fashion, exactly the way Russell's is done. And if we were doing it, we're not actually selling something for $2,000 or $3,000, then we would do it the exact same way. So the last piece to all of this is the piece that he was asking about the $10,000 high-ticket coaching, which that is more representative of what we do at Bestseller Publishing. So again, using Russell's as an example, the very last page is the highest, most expensive thing you can buy in his funnel, which is $2,000 or $3,000, and there's a presentation for that. So we modeled the exact same thing, which is the last page of our presentation in my book funnel, is basically a presentation that gives somebody an opportunity to have a one-on-one coaching call with one of our author market coaches, either, of course, Austin or I'm having a brain fart. And so you can understand it. They can even have one with me, although that's pretty rare. You understand what we need to do is we need to make sure that they're prepared for the call. We want somebody to have a call with David, have a call with Austin. There you go, David. Sorry, Dave. One of my best buds. To have a call with either David or Austin or myself in a very, very rare situation, but only if they're like 100% understanding what our program is and they want a piece of what we do. They want an opportunity to see if there's a fit. So for the 10K opportunity that Dennis is wanting, or if you want to sell something like really high ticket, then you'll do it the exact same way. You do have to have a one-on-one call with someone who's going to spend $10,000 with you, or $15,000 or $20,000. So David does that one-on-one call, or Austin does that one-on-one call, or like in some rare cases, I will do that one-on-one call, maybe if I do a live presentation. But you're going to have to do that one-on-one call, Dennis, to sell something for $10,000. But you don't want to do that with just anybody. You want to do that with somebody who has come through the process, right? Maybe bought your book, maybe bought something in the funnel, and ultimately watched a presentation that really explains the value of working with you and your company and how it works to work with you and your company. Then you have a telephone call with them and you see if it is a good fit to work with that person. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So the idea with the funnel, and I showed you Russell's, you can go back through, and I have, a dozen more like it as well as my funnel. The idea with a funnel, with a book funnel, is you're taking people through a process. You don't want to have a telephone call with everybody that wants to spend $200 or $300 or even $2,000 with you, because that will just wear you out. What you do want to do is have a call with somebody who's going to write you a really big check, but you want to have a call with that person once they understand who you are, the value of working with you, right? Your authority, right? Your brand awareness, your brand authority, your credibility is established by your book and by your funnel. Okay? Makes sense? So let's open it up to some questions. Before we do, I want to ask a favor. This is, by the way, you'll see this is the Zoom call here. Right there, this is our bestseller mastermind page. And you'll see I put the funnel review right there in the page, okay? The second thing is, every week, sometimes every other week, there's a book that we need some help with reviewing. And that book this week is on the American criminal justice system, fixing this broken thing. So if you would please, Clint, you are always on it, Clint. Thank you. If you would please download it, put in the comments that you downloaded it for 99 cents, read a couple of chapters, and please offer a review. And remember, if you do that and you comment, then I, of course, will promote you and make sure that your book is promoted in the exact same fashion. So you'll see this right as the first or second page in the mastermind area. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing now, and I'm going to go to the chat and answer any questions that you, my dear clients, might have. So bear with me a second and let's see what questions we have. Probably making fun of me for forgetting David's name. How could I? John says, David is great. He is great. I love him. He's one of my dearest friends. I understand the process. Maybe it's just a personal thing, but I feel so overwhelmed creating the funnel and the technical aspects that come along with it. John, I understand. I completely understand. I explained this to my clients that came in for our training on Friday and Saturday. If you want to make a change, if you want to do something new in your business, then you have resources to work with, right? You have your time, which is your most valuable resource. You have your money, which is a very valuable resource. You have your expertise, your focus, right, which is a valuable resource. And if you're happy with the way things are right now, then you keep investing your resources in the thing that you're doing right now. But if you want to add a new piece to your business puzzle, then you have to invest your resources into that new thing. You're going to have to invest your time. You're going to have to invest your money. You're going to have to invest your focus to get that up and running. And so I wish there were an easier way or explanation, but you're going to have to invest in figuring out the funnel process. That's why I share this kind of stuff with you, so you see what can really happen when you get it. Paul says, Rob, do you have some kind of list of upsell ideas in the members area? I don't, but I have done a number of trainings like this where I go through these various things. And so my suggestion would be to go back and watch those various trainings, Paul, because and I can even do a training really specifically on it, because what you have to do is you have to look at your assets, the things that you have, and then you have to see, what would fit in the funnel on kind of an ever increasing manner, right? Where you're offering something with more value that is really helpful for more money. So I'm happy to maybe do something next week or the week after. Actually, we don't have a call next week because I'm traveling, but the week after, if you remind me, Paul, I'll do that. But we do have a number of trainings in the membership area on this specific topic also. Craig says, I had the best time of your conference Friday and Saturday. Thanks, Craig. Great to have you there, brother. I'm glad it was helpful. Janine says, me too. What a great investment of time. Yep, Janine, great to have you there. I hope it was super helpful for you both. Sean says, appreciate you so much, Rob. Thanks. Appreciate you too, brother. I know it's not easy. I wish there were an easy way to do it. I know it's not, but I tell you, it is so worth it. It is a game changer for your business when you can get these kinds of things up and running. Alfredo says, there is some template to write a book in it. Maybe you're asking, Alfredo, is there a template to write a book? Is that what you're asking? If that's what you're asking, there's not really a template. However, we do have some trainings on the steps you should take in the writing process of your book. If you're in here, it means you're a part of BSPU, which means you have access to all of those trainings. So I would suggest, going through the various trainings on how a book is developed, how the table of contents is built. I do talk about that a great deal in Publish, Promote, Profit as well, which, again, if you're in this, you more than likely already have that book or have access to it. Yes, something to write it in. Yes, a way to write it. There's not a template. However, I do have a workbook. I'm actually going to launch a new funnel with that workbook starting in the next probably 3 to 4 weeks. So you can look out for that. But there is a lot of training in the back office in your membership area on how to get that done. Eddie is asking about videos from the conference. Yes, we did do a 2-camera shoot, Eddie, of the conference. It went great. And I'm being told it's going to take about 2 weeks or so before those videos are available. And then they will be available to you guys to check out. But give it 2 or 3 weeks for them to be edited and readied. So what questions can I answer for you? I hope this is helpful. And Dennis, obviously I'm answering your question, but more than that, this was a question that everybody should be asking, even if they're not. And that is the whole idea of, how do we sell our stuff? How do I sell my $10,000 thing? How do I sell my $2,000 thing? How do I sell my $200 thing, right? You can sell it all in one process. I mean, literally all in one process, you can sell it. How cool is that? And it all starts with your best-selling book. You guys are terrific. Thank you for being clients of BSP, and talk to you again soon.